Keeper cut Yetur Gross-Matos.
Cut him. And I'm going to tell you why.
Okay.
Injury prone. He's not consistent. And I'm so glad you brought this up. The only reason why you keep a Yetur Gross-Matos is because you have a Leonard Floyd. You have somebody that can outsource elements of his game that he cannot do, which is rush the passer. He's not very good at it. So really what we were doing is outsourcing like a full player in two guys. And we said, hey, Leonard Floyd, we need you to come in on the prove it downs, on the third downs, to come in here and develop pass rush for us. And Yetur Gross-Matos, you need to hold the edge and be a demon in the run front, of which he did neither. So also Leonard Floyd ended up having to play much more than Yetur Gross-Matos because Yetur Gross-Matos couldn't stay healthy. So no, it's time to just go ahead and move on from all of that. He was injury prone when we got him from Carolina. That was his MO there. He was a high draft pick, so he's already somebody that's underperforming. And, the last thing we want is another Drake Jackson. Yetur Gross-Matos gives me Drake Jackson vibes.
I would agree. He was hurt most of the time. It seemed like he made little brief cameo appearances and would make some impact here and there. But again, for a guy who's like scheduled to make $8, $9, $10 million, to do what? To play 11 games and come off the bench and give you 4 sacks? Like, no, absolutely not. He's got to go. And again, I don't know who brought him to this team. Maybe this was a Chris Kasarik suggestion, because I thought when they brought him on, people were saying like, oh, he could be the next Charles Omenihu. Just wait until Chris Kasarik gets his hands on him. He's going to turn him into this incredible interior pass rusher. Like, can we just take a brief minute to talk about how wildly overrated Chris Kasarik is? Like, maybe he's a great guy and maybe he's a good D-line coach, but people talk like he can just work magic and turn water into wine. It's like, who did he do that with?
Flush the Kasarik glazing, bro. It's over. Like, dude, if there is anybody who got away with murder this season where nobody talked about their performance or the lack thereof, it's Coach Kasarik. That defensive line was horrible, bro. No, like
Forster's getting Colton McKivitz to play well, and you got like,
what are we doing?
None of your projects are panning out.
Come on. All right, right. So Forster loses. Can you imagine what that D-line looks like without Nick Bosa for the remainder of the year? What if Nick Bosa pulled a Trent Williams? It was like, hey, man, off the field issues, things happen. Warranted. We know how sensitive the fans get. Trent Williams getting sat down was warranted. But what if that happened with Nick Bosa? What would the D-line look like without Nick Bosa for the rest of the year, dude? Coach Kasarik, hey, man, and then you know what's even crazier? You have to lay this at his feet because of how much money he gets paid. You're the highest paid defensive line coach in the league. You're getting paid like a coordinator. You know what I'm saying? So one of the things that I've noticed is that all right, so explain this to me, Grant. How is it that on one hand, Coach Forster gets bottom of the barrel, like off the scrap heap offensive lineman to turn into an offensive line and actually put out product. But then Coach Kasarik gets every draft pick and free agency, damn near every high free agency pick to come over to the D line. But he doesn't get any type of scrutiny the way that Coach Forster gets for the offensive line at all.
I know. I mean, Drake Jackson, well, he's a bit of a project, but if you give him to Chris Kasarik, watch out. Robert Beal, it didn't really come together for him at Georgia, but 5-star recruit, got this race, give him to Chris Kasarik, watch out.
I said that.
Javon Kinlaw, he's got to work on his pad level, but if anyone can get him to do that, it's Chris Kasarik. Apparently not.
Yeah.
And the list goes on and on. So Yetur Gross-Matos, I think he's probably on the way out as well. Let's see what the good people of the chat have to say. Serenity says, thanks for helping me forget the rest of the country's chaos. Kinlaw's at least average. Welcome, Saul. What's going on with the country?
We have no idea. We're just moving and grooving on YouTube, bro.
Yeah, I was golfing this morning. Everything was good. At the golf course. Lamont 757 says Kyle will get a punter or kicker 3rd round. Trade Moody for a UDFA. Kyle Shanahan don't care about O-line and may even draft the next mascot. What Niner is at Senior Bowl?
Mm,
You think Kyle's at the Senior Bowl?
no,
No.
no.
No. Why?
He's got better things to do.